There is a season almost nobody prepares you for. The season when you are doing the work, but nothing appears to be working. You wake early. You study. You build. You train. You pray. You make the difficult calls. Yet the door stays closed. The numbers barely move, and the world gives you no applause. This is where many people abandon a future that was quietly taking shape beneath the surface. Today is not about forcing motivation. It is about becoming the kind of person who can survive invisible progress. By the end, you will have 6 principles for staying steady when results are delayed, doubt becomes loud, and effort feels unrewarded. The identity shift is simple but demanding. Stop asking every day whether the journey is paying you back. Start asking whether the journey is building someone capable of carrying what you requested. A seed does not look successful while it is breaking underground. The stone does not look transformed while the sculptor removes one small piece at a time. Foundations are not admired because they disappear beneath the building, yet everything valuable stands on them. Your difficult season may not be empty. It may be structural, but resilience is not blind stubbornness. It does not mean repeating a broken method forever or pretending pain is beautiful. Real resilience is the ability to stay committed to the mission while remaining flexible about the method. You keep your direction, examine your approach, and refuse to confuse a slow chapter with a final verdict. The first principle is to change your measurement. If you measure only visible rewards, most meaningful work will feel like failure for too long. Measure the evidence you can control: hours of focused practice, conversations started, promises kept, skills improved, applications sent, pages written, workouts completed, and mistakes studied. Imagine 2 builders working on opposite sides of a mountain. One measures only whether the tunnel has opened into daylight. Every evening, he sees darkness and believes he failed. The other measures meters carved, tools sharpened, and stone understood. Both want daylight, but only one can recognize progress before the breakthrough. Create a lead measure and a lag measure. The lag measure is the outcome: revenue, a promotion, a finished body of work, a stronger body, or a new opportunity. The lead measure is the repeated action most likely to create it. Review the lag measure occasionally. Track the lead measure weekly. This protects you from emotional accounting. Emotional accounting looks at one quiet week and declares the entire year worthless. Accurate accounting asks, what did I actually do, learn, and improve? The second principle is to make the season smaller. When life feels heavy, the mind tries to carry the whole future at once. It asks, what if nothing changes for 6 months? Then today's task suddenly feels impossible. Return to the next honest unit of work, not the entire empire. One proposal, one chapter, one training session, one difficult conversation, 1 hour without distraction. Ancient armies did not cross distances in one movement. They moved from camp to camp, protected their supplies, repaired equipment, and kept formation. Your ambition also needs a marching rhythm. Choose a minimum standard for bad days. It must be small enough to complete when energy is low, but meaningful enough to preserve identity. 10 minutes of practice. 1 sales message. 1 page. 1 clean meal. 1 prayer made with attention. The minimum is not your ceiling. It is the bridge that prevents a difficult day from becoming a lost month. When you complete it, do not insult the effort because it was small. A small action performed in darkness is often more valuable than a dramatic action performed when everything feels easy. The third principle is to stop demanding emotional certainty before action. You may not feel confident, inspired, or sure. Those feelings often arrive after movement, not before it. Confidence is a memory of promises kept. Each time you act while uncertain, you add evidence that you can be trusted under pressure. Suppose you are building a business and 3 prospects ignore you. The emotional conclusion is, the market does not want me. The disciplined conclusion is, 3 attempts produced no reply. What can I improve before the next 10? One identity collapses under limited evidence. The other uses limited evidence to refine the method. Ask 3 questions after a setback. What is factual? What is useful? What is next? The factual answer removes drama. The useful answer extracts the lesson. The next answer returns you to movement. The fourth principle is to protect your inner counsel. During a slow season, random opinions become dangerously loud. Someone who has never carried your responsibility may speak with absolute certainty about what you should abandon. Do not become arrogant or refuse advice. Choose advisors by relevance, honesty, and evidence. Does this person understand the field? Do they tell you uncomfortable truths without enjoying your fear? Have they built or endured something comparable? A ruler who opened the gates to every passing voice would have no kingdom by morning. Your mind also needs gates. Limit the number of people who receive unfinished dreams. Some ideas need time before public examination. Share them with people who can help you test them, not people who only know how to react. And watch your digital counsel. If your daily feed makes everyone else's highlights feel like a judgment on your private struggle, reduce the exposure. Comparison steals context. You see their public harvest and compare it with your underground roots. That is not a fair measurement. Protecting focus is not weakness. It is leadership over your attention. The fifth principle is to distinguish pain that trains you from pain that warns you. Resilience is not the worship of suffering. Some pressure strengthens capacity. Other pressure signals that a method, environment, or relationship is damaging what matters. Training pain is connected to growth and recovery. You attempt a difficult skill, receive correction, rest, and return more capable. Warning pain repeats without learning, violates your values, destroys health, or demands that you become dishonest to continue. Use a quarterly battlefield review. Ask, is the mission still worthy? Is the strategy producing any signal? What has improved? What is consistently failing? What must be stopped, delegated, simplified, or changed? A strategic retreat is not surrender. Sometimes you step back from the wrong hill so you can preserve strength for the right one. For example, perhaps your goal is to build financial independence, but the product you chose has shown no demand after serious testing. Resilience does not require defending that product forever. Keep the mission. Change the offer. Speak to customers. Study the objections. Move your forces. The sixth principle is to build recovery into the campaign. People often imagine resilient individuals as machines that never stop. In reality, exhaustion makes perspective unreliable. Everything looks impossible when the nervous system has been denied sleep, quiet, movement, and human connection. Recovery is not a reward for finishing the war. It is part of how the campaign continues. Design a weekly reset with no performance theater. Review what happened. Clear your physical space. Prepare the next important actions. Walk, train, rest, worship, or sit somewhere your mind can become quiet. Return to people who remind you that your value is larger than your latest result. Rest with intention, then rise with direction. Endless escape weakens you. Deliberate recovery restores command. Let us bring the 6 principles together. First, measure controlled evidence, not only visible rewards. Keep outcomes in view, but let daily actions prove that movement exists. Second, make the season smaller. Carry the next honest unit of work and maintain a minimum standard for difficult days. Third, act without waiting for emotional certainty. After setbacks, ask what is factual, useful, and next. Fourth, protect your inner counsel. Welcome relevant truth, close the gates to careless noise, and stop comparing your roots with another person's harvest. Fifth, distinguish training pain from warning pain. Remain loyal to the mission while changing methods that evidence has exposed. Sixth, build recovery into the campaign. Rest is not desertion when it restores your ability to lead yourself. Here is a practical reflection for tonight. Write one outcome that feels delayed. Beneath it, list 3 pieces of controlled evidence from the last 30 days. Then choose one action for tomorrow that can be completed in under 60 minutes. Finally, name one thing you will stop doing because it drains strength without advancing the mission. You may discover that you are not as stuck as you feel. You may also discover that courage now means changing the approach. Both are forms of progress. Do not ask a winter field to prove the harvest every morning. Tend the ground. Prepare the tools. Protect the seed. Study the weather. Continue the work that the season allows. Your life is not behind because it is quiet. Some chapters are designed to reveal your power publicly. Others are designed to build it privately. If this gave you a steadier way to face your own difficult season, subscribe to Beyond Success. This channel is for people who want growth without empty hype and ambition without losing their soul. Keep the mission worthy. Keep the method honest. And when progress becomes invisible, become the person who can still see the next step.